Hello class 12 students, welcome back. I told you that in this video we will deal with sine inverse questions and cos inverse questions. Now first we look into the question. If sine inverse x plus sine inverse y plus sine inverse z equals to pi, prove that. First question, x square minus y square minus z square plus 2yz under root 1 minus x square equals to 0. Second question, y square minus x square minus z square plus 2xz under root 1 minus y square equals to 0. Third question, z square minus x square minus y square plus 2xy under root 1 minus z square equals to 0. And fourth question, x to the power 4 plus y to the power 4 plus z to the power 4 plus 4 x square y square z square equals to 2 bracket x square y square plus y square z square plus z square x square. Okay. Now see, there are total 4 questions. These 3 the thinking process same, and from these 3 we will get this one. Okay. So out of this 3 I am solving only the B part here. A and C your job. From B I will get this. How in both the question are already asked. This is given to you, and this question, or this and this, or C and D. Either they will ask you A and D, B and D, C and D, or they ask you only D. For proving D, you need to prove any one first. Okay, so let's deal with B first. Now see, I told you, like in the previous video I told you, with the questions of tan inverse, there is no thinking process. You have to shift any one term that side, apply the formula, you will get the answer. Here, the shifting, you can shift any one other side. Here, the shifting process matters a lot. Okay, so we are solving the B part, B question. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, okay, plus sine inverse z equals to pi is given to you. Now, out of these 3, which one to shift? Now, check out the B. In B, check out with which term we have root. So we have root with a y term. Root with a y term. So whichever term have a root, that term you keep it in one side. Out of the other 2, shift any one. So with y you have root. That means you can shift x also that side. You can shift sine also that side. Any one you can shift. But if you shift y that side, you will not get the solution. Okay. So with the root, we have y under root 1 minus y square है ना. So y के साथ root है ना. So y वाला term को साथ में रखेंगे. इन दोनों में से other 2 terms, you shift any one that side. So here I am shifting the sine inverse z that side. In your practice, you may shift sine inverse and see x. Sine inverse x you shift it out. Here you keep sine inverse z plus sine inverse y. Y तो रखना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि y के साथ root है. Okay, so you can shift any one other than y. So I am shifting z that side. So sine inverse x sine inverse y equals to pi minus sine inverse z. This sine inverse z goes that side. Now you apply the formula. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. Sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square equals to pi minus sine inverse z. Now what's my next job? You have to shift sine inverse that side. We can shift sine inverse that side because we have a terminal here pi. Okay, so this sine inverse will go that side, becomes sine. Rest this whole term is here. Sine pi minus this. So this is what? Sine pi minus theta. What is sine of pi minus theta? Sine pi minus second quadrant sine positive होता है. Unchangeable axis है. Sine will remain sine theta. See here, sine of pi minus theta, sine theta. This is theta. Okay. Now this will remain like this. Sine of sine inverse z becomes z. Now again, next thinking process. The first thinking process was here. Which term to shift? So which term to shift? Where we have root, other than that, any one you shift. We have root with a y. So leaving this y, any one you can shift. After solving, you come across this. Now, which term to shift? Now, we have root 1 minus x square, root 1 minus y square. Root 1 minus y square we need in the solution. Okay. So the root which you need in the solution, you shift that part. Okay. Because see, when you keep this in one side, if you do the whole square, root will go. But if by chance you keep this in one side and shift this from that side, and when you do whole square, this root will go. But we have a root. So at this point, we have a root with 1 minus y square. That means you have to keep this root other side. Okay, shift this root term which we need in the question, in the solution. Shift that other side. Okay, understand the thinking process? Okay, I don't need this root. Under root 1 minus x square. I don't need this root. I need to remove this root. So you can think in that way also. Okay, you can think in two ways. First, the root which we need, shift to the other side. Okay, or the root which you don't need. The root which you don't need, keep it in one side. So that if you do whole square, this root will go. Okay, now shifting हो गया, shifting समझ में आ गया. Now do the whole square. Okay, y square under root will go 1 minus x square. Here we will have a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, solve it, you will get the answer. Okay, shift everything, you will get the answer. Now, same way you can find this one. Here we have under root 1 minus x square. That means you have to keep x one side. Either you shift sine inverse y that side or sine inverse z that side for this question. For this question, we have z we need. That means you either shift sine inverse x or sine inverse y, any one. Okay, in this way we can get these three questions. Now, from these three questions only we will get this one. You cannot get this one directly. You have to find first any one of this. Okay, any one of this. Now see, how to get this? What you will do? See here, do we have any root here in the proof that? So we don't have any root. So but in this, we have a root here. That means you need to remove the root. So shift the root term in one side, rest one side, and then in squaring both the sides, you will get the answer. Okay, you can solve it. I will read the whole line if you don't understand handwriting. You understand the thinking process here? Thinking process. Okay, for proving the D part, first we need to prove any one out of ABC. Okay, then see the D part. Do we have any root? No, we don't have any root. That means in this we have a root here. So you have to shift this root in one side, and if you do the whole square, this root will go. Okay, so I am shifting this root in one side, rest this term here, and then do whole square. Now while doing the whole square, squaring both the sides, here we have a plus b plus c whole square. A square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab, 2y square, b is minus z square, plus 2bc minus z square into minus x square, plus 2ca minus x square into y square equals to 4z square x square. Root हट जाएगा 1 minus y square. Now you open the whole bracket, you will get the answer. Okay, class, understood? Now we'll go to the cos inverse questions. Okay, now see cos inverse type questions. Okay, first question, cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z equals to pi. Prove that x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xyz equals to 1. Next, cos inverse x by 2 plus cos inverse y by 3 equals to alpha. This is quite different. Prove that 9x square minus 12xy cos alpha plus 4y square equals to 36 sin square alpha. Now see, the questions would look totally different, but the way of doing the process is same. And the process of doing the sum is same. Steps are same. Okay. Now next, suddenly I got one sum. So this sum is a homework. Okay. This is a homework. I am reading the sum. If tan inverse x whole square plus cot inverse x whole square equals to 5 pi square by 8, find x. This is the homework. Give a try. If you cannot do it, okay, then I will make a video again for doing this sum. Okay, no issue. We will do it. But I want you to try this sum. Okay, on your own. Yes, it is tough. You are welcome. Okay, it is tough. Okay, now let's go to the first question. Cos square x plus cos square y plus cos square z. Oh my god, this is not cos square. Huh? Cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z equals to pi. Given to you. Okay, I need to prove x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xyz equals to pi. Here, we don't have any root, see. So we don't need to think like sine inverse. Sine inverse को देखना पड़ता था ना. Whichever term has root, that term we will keep it in one side, and any one out of other two will shift the other side. Here you shift any one other side. X, Y, Z, shift any one. So I am shifting the Z. You may shift the X, you may shift the Y. You can check whether I am saying correct or not, whether you are getting the answer or not. You will get the answer definitely. Okay class? So I am shifting so cos inverse X, cos inverse Y equals to pi minus cos inverse Z. Now apply the formula cos inverse X plus cos inverse Y. Cos inverse A into B minus under root 1 minus A into B, X into Y minus under root 1 minus X square into under root 1 minus Y square. Okay, plus होता है तो इधर minus होता है equals to pi minus. Now since we have a terminal here, we can shift cos inverse that side. Okay, so cos inverse will go that side. This will remain like this. Cos pi minus theta. Cos pi minus cos inverse Z. This cos inverse Z will be considered as theta. Cos of pi minus theta. Second quadrant pi minus second quadrant. Second quadrant cos negative होता है minus. Unchangeable axis है. Cos will remain cos theta. So cos pi minus theta. Second quadrant negative. Unchangeable cos theta. Cos inverse Z. Cos of cos inverse Z we got. Now same thing again. Cos of cos inverse Z minus will remain minus. Cos of cos inverse Z हट जाएगा. Cos inverse Z here. Okay. Now at this point, here we have a thinking process. See in the proof that part, do we have any root? Do we have any root here? No. That means we need to remove root. How to remove root? Keep the root term in one side and square it. So I am keeping the root term one side. I am shifting this root term that side, minus Z this side. xy plus Z, this minus है उधर चला जाएगा. Okay. And now we can square it. So why I am keeping this in one side? So that why? Because in the prove that part we don't have any root term. So we need to get rid of this root. Okay. Now squaring both the sides. Solve it. We'll get the answer. The same way we'll do the second question also. Okay. So let's go for the second one. Okay. Now see the second question. Cos inverse x by 2 plus cos inverse y by 3 is alpha. And we need to prove 9x square minus 12xy cos alpha plus 4y square equals 36 sin square alpha. Okay, let's go for it. So cos inverse x by 2 plus cos inverse y by 3 equals to alpha. We don't have three terms. Cos inverse, cos inverse, cos inverse. Till now, 3 बार होता था. So we have to shift one term that side. But here we have only two terms. Directly to the formula. Cos inverse a into b, x by 2 into y by 3 minus under root 1 minus a square. X by 2 whole square is x square by 4 into under root 1 minus b square. Y by 3 whole square is y square by 9. Okay, now shift this cos inverse that side, becomes cos alpha, rest everything here. Okay, now at this point, what we need to do? We need to remove root. Why? We don't have any root in the proof that part. See, that means we need to remove root. That means shift the root term in one side, rest in other side. So cos alpha will go this side, xy by 6 minus cos alpha, and this term will go that side. Now listen very carefully. I am not taking any LCM. I am not taking this. Why? Because if we take LCMs and what will happen? The calculation part becomes tough. Okay, इसलिए इसी तरफ से easy into करना easy है हमारे लिए. Okay, now see, squaring both the sides. If you do whole square here, if you do whole square here, this becomes a minus b whole square. A square, x square, y square by 6 square, 36 plus b square. Okay, minus 2 into a into b. So this will come 2 and 6 will cancel 3. Minus root हट जाएगा 1 minus x square 4 into 1 minus y square by 9. Now see, this will remain like this, x square y square. We have term x square y square here. नहीं है, छोड़ दो, कुछ मत करो. Do we have cos square here? No, we have sin square. So in the place of cos square, write 1 minus sin square alpha. Okay, minus xy cos alpha by 3. Keep it like this. We have xy cos alpha. See here, we have xy cos alpha. इसको छोड़ दे रहे हैं. Now इसको ओपन करना पड़ेगा. We don't have these terms here. So 1 into 1 into this minus y square by 9. Okay, minus x square by 4 into 1 minus x square by 4. Minus into minus plus x square y square 9 4 ja 36. This is the reason why I am not taking the LCM. Okay, क्योंकि ये देखो 2 into 3 बाद में भी 2 into 3 ऐसा कुछ आने वाला है. Understood? See, this is cancelling out. Okay, understood? Now what we need to do? Sin square alpha term in one side. So shift this sin square alpha in one side. See, 1 is also cancelling out. Okay, so I'm shifting sin square alpha in one side, rest in other side. So this minus x square by 4 will come this side. becomes plus, this y square variant will go this side, becomes plus, minus xy cos alpha by 3 equals to sin square alpha. हो गया, sin square alpha एक तरफ ला दिया, बाकी सबको इधर ला दिया. Now you have to take what? LCM. See whether you can take the LCM or not. 4, 9, 3. इसको solve करो बैठ के, you will get this expression. 9x square minus 12xy cos alpha 4y square. Okay? If you cannot do, I don't know what to say. Okay? Then you take first LCM of these two. Okay? Then you solve with these two. तब आएगा answer. Okay? That much you can do as a homework. Us? Okay. If you cannot do, leave the question. Okay? But I know you can do it. That much you can do after this. Okay? You take the LCM, you solve it, you will get the answer. Now, if you had problem here, what you do? जो मैं शुरू में नहीं कर रहा था तुम कर लो. तुम यहीं पे LCM ले लो. अपने आप आ जाएगा तुम्हारा. Okay? You take the LCM यहीं पे ले लो LCM अपने आप solve हो जाएगा. That also you can do. You can take the LCM here only. You can do there also. Okay? The reason is that first we need to convert cos square into 1 minus sin square. This you need to understand. That's why I'm doing this up. Why? Because in the question we have sin square alpha. Next, we are shifting the sin square one side because we in the question we have sin square alpha. ठीक है? In one side. That means इन तीनों को LCM में से 36 आना चाहिए. 36 आना ही चाहिए यहाँ पे. Okay? 36 आएगा LCM तो तुम solve कर दो. 36 will go this side and this become 9x square minus 12xy. Okay? This is your homework. Okay, let me do this sum also. Okay, a little bit I will do it. Wait for some time. Okay, after seeing the solution, you will understand why I decided to do this sum. Okay, tan inverse x plus tan inverse x whole square plus cot inverse x whole square equals to pi square by 8. This is the question. You need to find x. That means you need to remove all tan inverse, everything. Normal question जैसा होगा. Okay. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अभी तक किसी क्वेश्चन में हमने इनवर्स का होल स्क्वायर नहीं पढ़ा. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई एम डूइंग दिस क्वेश्चन. तो ऐसे कैसे करूंगा क्वेश्चन को? सो फर्स्ट लेट्स गो टू नॉर्मल प्रोसीजर. सेम टर्म में कन्वर्ट करते हैं. हियर वी हैव tan inverse, here we have cot inverse. So what I'm doing, tan inverse x whole square, I'm writing the same exactly, plus in the place of cot inverse x, can I write pi by 2 minus tan inverse x? Formula है tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equals to pi by 2. है ना formula? So, in the place of cot inverse x, I am writing pi by 2 minus tan inverse x whole square equals to the same thing. Now, this will remain here. Now, a minus b whole square. A square, pi square of 4 plus b square, tan inverse x whole square. Like term आ रहा देखो. Minus 2 into a into b. 2 into a into b equals to जो है अगली दो. Okay, now this tan inverse x whole square, tan inverse x whole square become 2 tan inverse x whole square. Minus, see 2 will cancel out. Pi tan inverse equals to this, shifting that side. Why? Like terms pi square, they can be easily subtracted. Okay? After subtraction, we come to this expression. After solving. Now what is this? What you can see? 2 something square minus something to that thing. What is this? It's a quadrivision. 2x square minus something to x plus constant. So I am taking this tan inverse x as y so that you can see the quadrivision as this. See 2y square minus pi into y plus c. This is a. B is minus pi, C is this. Can you see a quadrivision now? So what is y? Minus b, minus of minus pi plus minus b square, minus pi square is pi square minus 4 into a is 2 into c. C is minus 3 pi square by 8 divided by 2a. 2 into 4 into 2, 8 will cancel out. This become pi square minus of minus plus 3 pi square. So pi minus of minus pi plus minus under root pi square plus 3 pi square. That becomes 4 pi square. Solve it. Pi plus minus 2 pi by 4. Now see. From the, if you add then pi plus 2 pi becomes 3 pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4. Now, y is 3 pi by 4. Now what is y? Y is tan inverse x. Tan inverse x 3 pi by 4. Possible नहीं है भाई. Tan inverse x का range ही minus pi by 2 2 pi by 2 होता है. Okay, 3 pi by 4 तो second quadrant में आ गया. That means now tan inverse cannot be equals to 3 pi by 4. ये गलत नहीं. Possible नहीं है. क्यों? Since tan inverse x belongs to minus pi by 2 2 pi by 2. You understand how we read in general language? Okay, why from the solution we got y equals to tan inverse x equals to 3 pi by 4 answer आना चाहिए. But tan inverse x cannot be equals to 3 pi by 4. Why? Because tan inverse x का range होता है minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, therefore we left with y equals to minus pi by 4. So tan inverse x, y is tan inverse x minus pi by 4. So we need to find x. Shift this tan that side. tan minus pi by 4. Tan of minus theta minus tan theta. So tan pi by 4 is 1. So x equals to minus 1. Okay, class? Okay. Now, we left with the last part of this chapter, that is substitution. Till now, what we did, we got a question. Okay, we use the triangle method or we use the formula method. We converted into like terms and we solved it. We simplified it. Now, there are few questions where we have huge terms inside the inverse part, which cannot be simplified, or we cannot use triangle method also, we cannot use formula method also. So those questions we can do by substitution process, okay? And that is very important with respect to differentiation, integration. Actually, this whole chapter is very important with respect to differentiation, integration, okay? So next videos will go for those things. Thank you, class.